Summer camp presentation of Twinderella. Now, before I go any further, I promised the little kids, they were very concerned that says Wizard of Oz. Very worried that you would not know what show you were seeing. So I promised them I would make it very clear, this is Twinderella. Okay? So I've done my job. I want to thank you all for sharing your kids with us this summer. They've been such a great group of kids. I see all those every summer, the familiar faces that come through the door. Some of these kids have been coming 6 and 7 years. And it's great to see them grow and mature into the young ladies and gentlemen that they are. And we have some very young kids in the camp. This is their first experience doing anything. And I was a little concerned because we have a large age discrepancy, and it can present some problems. But I want to tell you, this group of kids, they were exceptional. And the older kids took the young ones under their wing. The young kids followed the lead and example of the older kids. They were absolutely wonderful. And I want to say I attribute that to tremendous parenting. So thank you all. It made our job so much easier. They were kind and generous to each other and respectful, and I really, truly appreciate that. Now, as you know, these kids have accomplished a lot in a very short period of time. When we do our main stage productions, such as Wizard of Oz, the actors are professional. They come in already being familiar with their lines and their lyrics and everything else, and they do it in 10 days, which is a very short period of time. These kids came in not even knowing what show they were doing, and they learned a whole musical in basically 7 camp days. So it always amazes me every year. Their minds are like little sponges, and they just absorb so much in such a short period of time. But having said that, we will have somebody on script. Just in case they forget. They're very nervous back there, as you can imagine. Let me introduce the staff. Our musical director is Erin DeChico. Our choreographer is Alexia Adcock-Stanford. Next to her in the sound area is Andrew Phoenix. We have up in the light booth, Shane Strock is one of our. And we have some people backstage. Colin, are you back there? Pop your head out. Colin is the kid's favorite because he plays all the theater games with them. And let's see, we have Daniel. Daniel, are you back there? I hope you're back there. Daniel is our backstage technician. Say hi, Daniel. And I want to give a very special shout out to a young lady. Ava, are you back there? Are you available? Ava has been a camper for multiple years. And this year you said, is there anything I can do to just help with camp? Well, our regular costumer, who's done it for the last 5 years, was unavailable. And this young lady, at 14 years old, I knew she could do it. She's the hardest working young lady. She's talented. She's creative. She has her own cake decorating business. Thank you very much. And she works so hard. And I knew she had parents, her moms backstage, who were so supportive and would get her and drag her around to everywhere she needed to be to collect costume pieces and put stuff together. And she did it in a week and a half, costumed 27 kids. Whoa. Incredible. I want to officially book her for next summer. Okay, thanks, Ava. Also, I want to give a shout out to our Alhambra staff. Our waiters and bar and kitchen. Yeah, they're incredible. This is their only night off. Monday is the only night this theater is dark and closed. And they're giving up their only night off to be here to make this evening special for us. So please remember them and take time. We appreciate all of you. Okay, without further ado, forgetting the Wizard of Oz sign, please sit back and enjoy Twinderella.
Cinderella.
Yes, stepmother. And when you finish that, you can do my math homework. Yes, Esmeralda. And when you finish that, you can polish my bowling trophy.
Hey, what about Bob? No, I'm absolutely sure there's nobody in here named Bob. Sorry about that, everyone. Wait. Sorry about that, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Now, where was I? Ah, here it is. The story of Twinderella. Twinderella? Yes, you see, if you only tell them about Cinderella, you're only telling them half the story. I'm here to tell the other half of the story of Bob. Bob lived with his evil stepfather and cruel stepmother. They made him work in the house all day, and what he really wanted to do was, well, see for yourself.
I want that sweater you knit me to fit perfectly, Bob.
Yes, stepfather.
And when you're finished with that, you can organize my sock drawer.
Yes, Egbert.
And when you're done with that, you can alphabetize the recipe box, refurnish the living room floor, replace the window panes in the bedroom, and then, and only then, you can create a dry hair wreath from Martha Stewart Living.
Yes, Mortimer. I wish I could listen to a podcast.
I'll give you a podcast. Now get to work on that math homework.
I wish I could go outside and play baseball.
Baseball? Why, no one can play baseball like my Egbert and Mortimer. Least of all you.
But Mortimer hasn't hit the ball all season, and Egbert hasn't caught a single fly ball.
The umpires are blind.
The sun was in my eyes.
Come on, boys. We don't want to be late for the game. Not you, Bob. You still have those socks to organize.
And when you're done with that, you can cut some firewood.
But we have a gas furnace.
So you see, things weren't going very well for Bob. Or for Cinderella.
Until one day,
I beg your pardon.
until one day. That's how it always goes with fairy tales.
Yeah, so
Things,
why,
things are miserable for Cinderella and Bob until one day.
yeah, so why don't you just skip to the one day? You want us to skip to one day?
Yes!
Well, we'll need some help from all of you if we're going to skip that far. Let's try. Cinderella and Bob. Yes, Cinderella and Bob were very sad.
Until one day.
Why don't you kids get out of the way? This show is taking on a life of its own.
Sure. Well, we can come back.
We'll be listening from backstage. Call if you need us.
Delivery for Mrs. Cool Stepmother? Would that be you, lady? No, but I can sign for it.
You'll do no such thing. Go outside and rotate the tires on the Suburban.
You're Mrs. Cool Stepmother.
How did you know?
Special delivery for you, ma'am, from the house of Witchwood Under Ooze.
Which one under ooze? Why, thank you. Girls, come quickly. It's from Which One Under Ooze.
Witchwood Under Ooze? What is it? It's the capital of the kingdom, silly. You should really study your geography. Get on the floor where you belong, Cinderella. Read it to us, Mother.
Mrs. Crow's stepmother and her evil girls are cordially invited to a ball to honor the birthday of Princess Petunia, Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Regrets only.
I regret that I can't keep this comb out of my hair. I regret that I have painful bunions on my feet.
A ball? Awesome! I can't wait!
Excuse me, Cinderella. I hate to interrupt your beautiful dancing, but did you pay any attention to the invitation? Mrs. Crow's stepmother and her evil girls. Are you evil?
I really don't think so.
She couldn't be evil if she tried. Sorry, Cinderella. I guess you'll just have to stay home and program the DVR. Now, girls, we have a lot of shopping to do if we're going to be ready by Saturday night.
I need to go to the Gap and Bath and Body Works and Justice and Hollister.
Did you hear that? Princess Petunia's having a birthday ball, and she's invited all the young ladies of the kingdom.
Well, not quite all. Not Cinderella.
Of course not Cinderella. If Cinderella just went along with her cruel stepsisters and evil stepmother, that would sort of ruin the plot.
The stepmother is cruel. The stepsisters are evil.
Whatever, my point is, if Cinderella just went along with them, there'd be no fairy godmother.
Shh. They don't know about the fairy godmother yet.
Oh, I'm sure like they haven't read Cinderella.
But what about Bob? He doesn't care about going to a ball.
That's right. But we need some plot development. Hey, what about some plot development here? Oh, sorry. How's this?
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your long hair.
No, that's not right.
Sleeping Beauty, I have come to your rescue.
No.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
No.
Oh, I know. Look, here comes Lou the UPS guy to Bob's house.
Now that's more like it.
Hello? Is anyone home?
Actually, everyone's here. I just thought it might increase the dramatic attention if they didn't show up right away.
Well, I have a lot of deliveries to make today, so I appreciate it if you would just let me...
Okay.
Where does she expect me to find fennel at this time of year? Mr. Evil Stepfather? Oh, no. I'm Bob.
evil stepfather is my evil stepfather.
Well, whoever you are, especially Louis from Witchwood Under is.
I'll take that.
Somebody still has to sign it.
Sign for the letter, Bob. You know I'm far too busy.
Apparently, they didn't teach him how to write his name at the Evil Academy.
Boys, come inside for a minute. We have a letter from Witchwood Under Ooze.
What is it? A tax notice? A credit card offer?
Overdue library bill? Well, perhaps we ought to let Bob read it. He could use practice.
In celebration of Prince Percy's birthday, Mr. Evil Stepfather and his cruel boys are invited to an All Kings of Baseball game, Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Please bring your own gloves and cleats. Regrets only.
I regret never learned to catch that fly ball. I regret that I always run the bases backwards.
A baseball game! Hard time! I can hardly wait!
Just a minute there, mister. Doesn't it say Mr. Evil Stepfather and his cruel boys?
Yes, stepfather.
And are you cruel?
Once, I saw him rescue a cat stuck in a tree. When I knocked the kids out at school, Bob helps them back up.
Sorry, my boy, but you are not cruel. You stay here and floss my dentures. Boys, suit up.
One more day in this place and I think I'll go mad. Cinderella, do this, do that, one more day in this place and I think I'll go mad. Cinderella, do that, do this, I'm no fairy tale princess. I'm the gal I have. How I wish I could live in a house filled with love. How I wish for a home that is kind. And I pray that someday I will find such a place. Until then, guess it's back to the grind. Cinderella, do this, do that, how I dread waking up at the start of each day. Cinderella, do that, do this, I'm exhausted, I'm tired of living this way. I have dreamt of a castle way up on a hill. I have dreamt of a castle on high. In my dreams there's a voice softly calling my name, and I wake up and life's just the same. Cinderella, do this, do that, if I just had the courage to pack up and flee. Cinderella, do that, do this, is there no one who'll answer my plea? Yes, I'll work and I'll wait. Hope that it's not too late for me. Now can I send out the fairy godmother?
If you don't, this play's gonna get boring in a hurry.
All right, you can send her out, but you have to start sobbing first, Cinderella.
Whatever you say.
What's wrong, my child?
Don't make me explain. The audience already had to sit through it once.
Well, in that case, let's get down to business. What are you, about a size 10?
About that.
Fine. Now, do you have any small animals I can enchant? If I'm going to get you to Witchwood Under Ooze dressed for a ball by 8 o'clock, I'm going to need some help.
Esmeralda has some gerbils she's using for a science experiment.
Perfect. Let's go get them.
Fairy Godfather, excuse me for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Fairy Godfather, you're on.
No, wait. That's fine.
Fine, fine. Forget about the fairy part. But be the godfather. But get on stage. Right. I think we're ready
My godson, what is it that's caused you such sadness?
You're supposed to be crying.
Oh,
Sorry. Try again.
My godson, what is it that's caused you such sadness?
Prince Percy is hosting a baseball game, Godfather, and I'm not allowed to go.
This prince, you want us to take care of him for you?
No. I like the prince. It's just, well, I wonder if maybe you can enchant some animals, and they can help you make me a baseball uniform. And then you can do some magic stuff over some produce, turn it into a carriage, and it can take me to Witchwood Under Ooze.
You're kidding. Is he kidding me? He's kidding me, right? Because if you're not kidding me, we're going to have a problem.
He wants to go to the ball game.
You're going to go to the baseball game.
Do I want to go to the ball game?
Isn't that what I just asked you?
Well, yeah, of course, absolutely.
If you want to go to the baseball game, I'll take you to the baseball game. That is not a problem. But I ain't doing no enchantment, and I ain't messing with no produce.
Well, if you know another way.
Biddy, Nick.
Very pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Bob. Likewise. What can I do for you, Mr. Bob?
He needs a baseball uniform.
Who do you like, kids? The Mets or the Yankees? The Witchwood Under Ooze Princess, sir. No kidding.
I will need to take a few measurements. Mr. Bob, will you be requiring a hat?
Yes, sir.
A glove?
Absolutely.
How about cleats?
Cleats and socks, sir.
Never seen anything like that? This kid's got the biggest feet I've ever seen.
You got a problem with that?
No, sir. No problem. Come with us, Mr. Bob. We'll get you suited up.
Ever heard anything like this?
1 minute. I'm sitting there enjoying being the victim of a medical experiment conducted by a cruel stepsister.
Actually, she's an evil stepsister.
Whatever. And then the next minute, I'm expected to sew a ball gown and drag a pumpkin all the way to Witchwood Under Ooze.
To be fair, Witchwood Under Ooze is just over there in the shadows.
Does this concern you? This doesn't concern you?
Sorry.
Do you have the pumpkin? Couldn't she just walk to Witchwood Under Ooze? That girl says it's just over there.
You're missing the point. She has to make an entrance. You can't make an entrance on foot.
Yeah, but arriving in a pumpkin will make a real good impression.
An enchanted pumpkin.
Potato, potato.
Here's the dish rag I told you about, Fairy Godmother. Can these enchanted gerbils really turn it into a beautiful ball gown?
Of course, we're gerbils. We could do anything. Why don't we enchant you so Prince Percy falls in love with you?
Yeah, and then we'll enchant the pigs outside so they can fly. Don't worry, Cinderella. When I wave my wand, you'll be ready for the ball. And if these two gerbils won't take you, I'll just put them in the cage with Ethel's pet python.
Good evening, Miss Cinderella. I'll be your gerbil this evening. Can I get you anything else except for the ball gown and the carriage?
Well, I always wanted a pair of glass slippers. Glass slippers? Is she in for mine? Shh, remember the python.
All right, everybody backstage. Did you just zap me right here? I don't think so. First of all, I have to zap you out of what you're wearing right now before I can zap you into the ball gown. You want that to happen right here in front of everybody? I get you. Okay, you two, go see if you can help Cinderella out. But
Yeah, but...
how good are your steak trimming skills?
Bye.
See ya.
And you all just... Goodness gracious, I forgot to tell her what happens at midnight.
It's not fair. He gets to play baseball while I have to spend my birthday at this
knows I'm the best pinch hitter in the kingdom.
Well, all the most beautiful girls in the kingdom are coming to my house. Well, I have to spend the night on the pitcher's mound. I want to get on the dance floor and show them my moves.
Children, there's a simple solution to this problem.
What?
Well, I'm not sure. There is a simple solution. Isn't there, dear?
Honestly, sometimes I wonder how you get your shoes tied, much less run a kingdom.
Oh, well, I tie his shoes for him, Your Majesty. Yes, he does them in double knots every morning, so I don't.
That's nice, dear. The solution to the children's problem is that Percy shall spend part of the evening at the ball, and Petunia shall spend part of the evening playing baseball.
But don't they need a royal decree to do that, dear?
You're the king, Roger. You can issue a royal decree.
Oh, yes, that's right. I can. Well then, I've solved the problem. You may thank me now, children.
Thank you, Mother.
You're welcome, children. Attendance!
Are we going somewhere? Very well, off we go. Fanfare, please.
Hey, buddy, has the baseball game started yet?
My name's not Buddy, it's Percy. And no, the game starts at 8 o'clock.
I'm on Jersey time.
Excuse me, I must be on the field before my father throws the first pitch.
I had best find my godson before midnight, or we will have a problem on our hands, with which I'll not be pleased.
Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me if the ball has begun? I'm searching for my goddaughter.
You too? I myself am looking for my godson.
What a remarkable coincidence. I must warn my goddaughter what will happen at midnight. I still can't believe I didn't tell her about the midnight thing.
Yeah, I feel pretty stupid myself for not warning my godson, Bob. How could they know what will happen at midnight when the clock strikes 12?
They've got to know what will happen at midnight when the clock strikes 12. When the magic is through, there'll be nothing to do but get home just as fast as they can.
For most surely it all hits the fan at the stroke of 12.
How can we tell them what happens at midnight when the clock strikes 12?
We've got to find and tell them what happens when the clock strikes 12. When that timer goes on and that last final gong is an echo that's fading away.
They had better be well on their way by the stroke of 12. A housemaid to a princess,
A houseboy to a prince,
gerbils to footmen,
a pumpkin coach,
a flick of the wrist, a mighty command.
a quick slide of hand will commence.
What will they do when the magic is over? As the clock strikes 12, where will they go when the magic is over? As the clock strikes 12, will they blame us and hide?
They know that we've tried.
It's so hard to get into their heads. Will they be safely home in their beds by the stroke of 12? Wish we told them they had to be home by the stroke of 12. Gotta find them wherever they are by the stroke of 12.
They know what would happen at midnight when the clock strikes 12.
We should have told them what happens at midnight when the clock strikes 12. When the magic is through, there'll be nothing to do but get home just as fast as they can.
For surely it all hits the fan at the stroke of 12.
Would you please stop saying that? How could we not remember?
How could we let him go?
A night of enchantment, then poof, it's gone.
Then riding up at the Skid Row.
How could we not I'll find them to tell them what happened. When the clock strikes 12, when the candles dark and that last final call is echoed and fading away, they had better be well underway by the stroke of 12. They had better be well underway by the stroke of 12. Yes, they had better be well underway by the stroke of 12.
For us.
Well, I always say, there's no use crying over spilled, non-dairy, soy-based, milk-flavored product. We best go and find the children.
I'm right behind you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to 9 innings of excitement here at the Royal Palace. Tell us, King Roger, what will be the key to this game?
Well, I think everything would depend on how the first pitch is thrown out. Watch this. Ow.
And what about you, Earl of Duke? The princess won the winning run last round. Do you think she can do it again?
I think what the team really needs to work on is defense. If only they had a good shortstop.
I play shortstop.
You?
You can't come to this game. You're supposed to be at home, darning my socks.
And doing my income tax. And doing something about my ring around the collar.
Wait a minute. Who are you anyway?
My name is Bob, Your Majesty, and I am the best shortstop you will ever see.
But Your Majesty, he can't play unless he lives in the kingdom.
Oh, but I do live in the kingdom. I live with Egbert, Mortimer, and my little stepfather.
Evil stepfather. I'm your evil stepfather. It's really not that hard to remember.
If he lives in the kingdom, then he's allowed to play. The invitation is to all young men of the kingdom.
So you play shortstop, huh?
That's right.
Good, you're on my team. Let's get this game started.
Announcing the evil Miss Ethel and her equally evil sister Esmeralda, accompanied by their mother, Miss Cool Stepmother.
Princess Virginia, how lovely to see you.
I wish I could say the same, but you know, no one is more loath here at the court than your close self.
Unless perhaps it's your evil daughters.
You are too kind, Your Majesty.
What does loathed mean?
It means, what does loved mean? I don't know. But it must be something pretty wonderful for the princess to say it to us.
Announcing. Who did you say to us? I don't know, I've never seen her before. Well, announcing a beautiful young lady who we have never seen before, who arrived in a pumpkin-shaped carriage pulled by giant gerbils.
Oh, giant gerbils. Gross.
Giant gerbils? Cool. Where's the young lady? Here, Your Majesty, and I wish you a very happy birthday.
Cinderella? Ah, I see someone does know who you are. Welcome, Cinderella. A beautiful name for a beautiful young lady.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be home, oiling my bicycle chain. And scrubbing out my fishbowl.
And sharpening my nail clippers.
Silence. Do you live in this kingdom, Cinderella?
Yes, Your Majesty. My invitation was to all the young ladies in the kingdom, and Cinderella is clearly a lady. Come join the dance.
Well, I never.
No, and I don't suppose you ever will. Musicians, let the dancing begin. Can you believe it? Someone actually asked Cinderella to dance.
They must have taken pity on her.
I'm sure the only reason no one has asked us to dance yet is because we're just so intimidated by our beauty. They're just afraid we would say no. That kind of rejection can scar you for life. They must be dying to ask us. After all, the princess herself said they were the most loathed young ladies in the kingdom. Cinderella may be dancing now, but she'll never be loathed the way we are.
Stretch, and then come and join the dance.
Welcome, brother. You must tell me, who is that handsome young man?
That's my new shortstop.
Can he play?
Yeah, Mr. Burrito plays against those now.
I think I'm in love.
Now you must tell me, who's that remarkable young woman?
Her name is Cinderella, and apparently
stand there? Why does she dance?
You haven't asked her yet, Your Majesty.
May I have this dance?
There is love in the castle this night. There is love all around. You can sense it. Love, a romantic affair. Dance away now, for there's love in the air.
My dear maiden, such beauty is quite rare indeed.
My prince, I do gratefully follow thee.
Dear maiden, please honor me. What is your name?
I'm Princess Cinderella.
I'm so glad you came.
There is love in the castle this night. There is love everywhere. You can sense it. Love, a romantic affair. Dance away now, for there's love in the air. My dear princess, you've captured my eye. Dear sir, how you make a girl sigh. Do tell me your name, sir. My husky heart throb. My birth name is Robert, but folks call me Bob. There is love in the castle this night. There is love everywhere. You can sense it. Love, a romantic affair. Dance away now, for there's love in the air. There is love in the castle this night. There is love all around. You can sense it. Love, a romantic affair. Dance away now, for there's love in the air. Dance away now, for there's love in the air.
Everyone, it's time to return to the ball game.
I trust Princess Petunia has her cleats on.
Absolutely.
Then let's play ball.
Well, boys, I see you managed to find dance partners this time.
Would you believe it, Father? Not only is Ethel as beautiful, but she's nearly as evil as you are. She could be as wonderfully evil as my Esmeralda. She stepped on my feet with spiked heels every time we took a step. Ethel bit my nose when I held her close. Esmeralda pulled my hair. Ethel picked my pocket.
I'm so happy. My boys are in love.
And what about you, Father? We saw you dancing as well.
Boys, I met a woman who is as cruel as I am evil. In just 5 minutes, she punched me in the stomach, called me a nincompoop, and she told me she could make my life miserable.
Father, that's wonderful!
I never thought I'd know such love. Come on, boys, let's get to the game.
Are you sure you can play with those glass slippers on?
With you cheering for me, I could play even if my slippers were made of... well, honestly, I can't think of anything worse than glass.
Excuse me, miss. Might I have a word?
Why, certainly. You go ahead, Percy. I'll be there in a moment.
What is it? I forgot to tell you the most important thing. At midnight, the spell wears off. You have to leave by then, or your dress will turn to rags and your coat will be a pumpkin again.
Hello? Do you honestly think I don't know that? I'm Cinderella. Everyone knows Cinderella's enchantment ends at midnight. It's the oldest fairy tale in the book.
Oh, I didn't realize. Well, you just be careful, my dear. You only have a few minutes left to play ball.
That's all the time I'll need. Hey, Percy, wait up!
You're saying you can dance like that and you can play baseball? The dancing's just to make my parents happy. What I really love doing is pinch hitting in class. I heard you were Grand Slam at last year's party. Well, Prince Percy tells me you know so much yourself.
You know, I don't know when the children have had such a wonderful time at their birthday party.
Yes, I wonder why that is.
It's because they're in love, dear. Really, you are quite dense. Haven't you been paying attention to the play?
Oh, yes, the play. Who are they in love with again?
Come along, dear. You don't want to miss the end of the game.
Come on, we can get this guy out. Give him your curveball.
No.
Why not?
I don't have a curveball.
Then give him a speedball, a slider, a knuckleball.
I don't have any of those either. Who do you think I am?
Well, just get it over the plate. Ball can't hit.
Truly exciting game, ladies and gentlemen. Prince Percy's team is up
by 1 run with 2 outs in the bottom 9. Bob has full count. Here comes the pitch. He swings, and it's a base hit into the shallow center field. The timed run is on first base. The crowd is chanting to put Princess Petunia as pitch hitter, and here she comes, striding to the plate. It looks like the princess might win the game again.
Don't be silly, Cinderella is going to win the game. What makes you say that? Have you looked at the program? The play is called Twinderella, not Twinder Princess. The main character is always one. What play? I fear for the nobility of this country. I really do. Here comes the pitch.
The princess hits a long fly ball, even to the left of the field. It's off the ball. Bob slides into third, and Princess is saved in second. A stand-up double for the princess. Well, this is an unusual move. It seems that Prince Percy is taking himself out of line and putting in Cinderella, and she's batting in, get this, ladies and gentlemen, glass slippers.
You see, Cinderella has to be the one to win the game.
All I see is that the prince is so in love he's willing to go to the game just to get his girlfriend up at bat.
Hey, stop. Call a timeout. I have to speak to my godson, Bob.
I thought I told you not to bother me here, Godfather.
There's something very important I forgot to tell you. You gotta leave this party by midnight.
Midnight? What is it, some sort of enchantment? Gotta wear out when the clock strikes for its final time?
Enchantment? What? There's no enchantment. But Nick, my chauffeur, yeah, he charges overtime after midnight. And though you are my godson, there's limits to my generosity. So, leave this party by midnight, or you'll have no right heart. You got about a minute left. Hit a dinger. Please. Play ball.
Cinderella swings and it's a long ball, way back. The ball is out of here. Cinderella hits a 3-run homer. Bob crosses the plate and keeps going.
Where's she off to this hurry? And look at Cinderella. She's running the wrong way.
She's running through the parking lot!
I thought she loved me. She even won the game for me. But
I feel for you, my brother. For my love has run away too.
you mean Bob?
Yes. Not all is lost, children. Look,
Cinderella's glass slipper.
Bob's muddy cleat.
Now you put it on. That's what comes from not tying your laces properly. All we have to do is search the kingdom, the man and woman who wear these shoes.
But surely, my dear, everyone in the kingdom has feet. Honestly, Father, do you ever read fairy tales?
Let the search begin.
You can try on the glass slipper. And the cleat, but things were not going well with the search.
I don't understand. Why can't we just order the shoes in another size? Amazon will be here in 2 days.
My dear, the only thing we need to order another size is a brain for you.
Quite right, my love. My genius is a bit overpowering for most people. Well, so far we've tried the glass slipper on 4,642 feet, and not one of them small enough to fit inside.
And we've tried the money cleat on 4,643 feet, and not one is big enough to keep it from falling off.
I will never find my princess.
And I will never find my prince.
I will never understand how these things talk.
If only we could go back to yesterday. We could have asked everybody at the party for an ID.
We could have installed security cameras to take everyone's pictures.
We could have taken fingerprints and DNA samples. We can't go back to yesterday, can't we?
What we need is more plot development.
You mean like Lou, the UPS guy?
Lou, how wonderful to see you. Have you delivered a copy of the decree to every household in the kingdom?
If he has, the might as well end his playing government now.
Actually, no, Your Majesty. I still have 2 houses left on the far outskirts of the kingdom.
So there's still hope?
Actually, no, there isn't. The 2 households belong to the Eagle family and the Crow family. So you see, never mind that. Be off, Luke. But it's going to rain. Remember, Luke, neither rain nor snow.
I thought that was the postal service.
Excuse me, but I am an old woman with a secret I have kept.
Excuse me, but I'm an old woman with a secret I have kept for many years. Now the time has come for me to reveal what I won't know. May I speak? No. Why not? No, you may not speak. We still have a lot of play to go. You know, as well as I know, that the old lady with the secret can't come on until the last scene. Now be off. Sorry about that, folks. Now let's peep in on Cinderella, shall we?
How many times have I told you, Cinderella, you have to wash the dark clothes separately. Our tennis skirts are not supposed to be pink.
I'm sorry, stepmother.
We can't possibly go to the country club now, Mother. We'd be the laughing stock of the kingdom.
That's the idea.
Very well. Well, Ethel, Esmeralda, and I go shopping for new tennis skirts. You will stay home and rewire the kitchen.
And build a new retaining wall for the garden. And put a new roof on the garage.
Why, it sounds like a suitor has come calling. I wonder which one of us it could be for. Come in.
I have a decree here just to occupant. I'll take it. I'm an occupant. I've been an occupant longer than you have.
I'll take that. If you see here, it says it's addressed to cruel occupant. That's me. Hear ye, hear ye. All persons in the kingdom under 19 years of age are commanded to wait upon the prince and princess in their palace ASAP. Please bring baseball socks and stockings.
I knew the prince would invite me back. He ignored you all evening. He must be pining for me.
Come, girls, we're off to the palace. One of you will be married by nightfall. You stay here and do your chores, Cinderella. You don't really think the prince wants to see you, do you? Dear girl, you've got to listen while you take your work too lightly. There's not much hustle in your bustle. You need to be more sprightly. I've done the best a mother could. I've loved you like my own. And in return, I'd like to see you work your fingers to the bone. You got work to do. 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 And you don't get a break till the work is through. I wanna see motivation. I wanna see perspiration. I wanna see knees and elbows getting down in that dirt. Getting down in that dirt. And it better be spick and span, or you'll be jumping from the fire to the frying pan. If you don't do the work, you'll be living in a world of hurt. You got work to do. 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 And you don't get a break till the work is through. I wanna see concentration. Don't wanna have conversation. I wanna see hands and feet moving like a girl possessed. Moving like a girl possessed. And it better be spick and span, or you'll be jumping from the fire to the frying pan. So you better do the work, and it ain't a sisterly request. Do I make myself clear? Yes, ma'am. You got work to do. I got work to do. You got work to do. I got work to do. You got work to do. And you don't get a break till the work is through. That's right. You got work to do. I got work to do. You got work to do. I got work to do. You got work to do. And you don't get a break till the work is through. You got work to do. And you don't get a break till the work is through.
I really thought that you could deduct the cost of anything you used to be cruel.
I'm evil. I keep telling you. Do you know what the Royal Revenue Service is going to do to me because of your blunder?
I was sort of hoping for some jail time.
Let's lock him in the cellar for a few days, Father.
No, let's make him sleep on the roof in the rain.
I have a scroll here addressed to the evil household.
You see, he knows I'm evil. What are you waiting for, a tip?
I'll just be going now. What's it say, Father?
Why don't you read it, Mortimer? You could use the practice.
All right. Hear ye, all persons in the kingdom under 19 years of age are commanded to wait upon the prince and princess in the palace ASAP. Please bring baseball socks and stockings.
I don't think I own any stockings.
I knew it. The princess is in love with one of my boys.
It must be me, Father. She must admire the way I strike out with such grace and poise.
I'm sure it's me. She must have seen the noble way I dropped all those fly balls.
Now, boys, there's no point in arguing. We must go to the game to the palace, actually, and see which one of you the princess favors. Not you, Bob. I want you to redo these taxes by the time we get back.
And I'll cut enough side
Watch the windows.
You got work to do.
Got work to do.
You got work to do.
You got work to do.
You got work to do. When you don't get a break till the work is through. I wanna see motivation. I wanna smell perspiration. I wanna see knees and elbows getting down in that dirt.
Getting down in that dirt.
And it better be a stick and span, or you'll be jumping from the fire to the frying pan.
Took you back to the work, part of woman in a world of hurt.
Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
You got work to do.
I got work to do.
You got work to do.
I got work to do.
You got work to do. When you don't get a break till the work is through.
That's right.
You got work to do.
I got work to do.
You got work to do.
I got work to do.
You got work to do. And you don't get a break till the work is through. You got work to do. And you don't get a break till the work is through.
I don't do windows.
And two to try on the feet.
Send them in. Ladies first.
None of them are
Oh, great, King and Roger. I am not worthy to fasten the laces on your shoes. Actually, they do need tying if you wouldn't mind. I really don't look good in glass. You wouldn't have anything in fur, would you? Either tiger or leopard would be perfect.
You misunderstood, Miss Ethel. The prince will marry any young lady who possesses a foot that fits in the slipper.
I'll try it on. Look it through. Ha! My big toe fits perfectly.
I'm afraid your foot is too big, just like everyone else's.
My feet are smaller than hers. Let me try. Ha! I can fit 2 toes in.
I'm sorry, Miss Ethel, but the prince says your whole foot must be.
But that's impossible. Nobody's feet are that small. You may go, ladies. Are my shoes tied? Yes, Your Majesty, but surely my daughter's. He said he may go. Now be off.
I feel this, Pose. I'll never find my true love.
He seems a bit dramatic.
Greetings to your majesties. I brought my boys as you asked.
Step this way, Captain. I said step this way.
Oh, sorry, sir. No one's called us gentlemen before. We thought you were talking to someone else. Well, we'd like you to turn out this clean. The prince wants us on his baseball team? That's even better than marrying the princess. Give me that cleat. This thing is huge. Are you sure I should put both of my feet in?
Perhaps your brother should try.
Yeah. You've always had the tiny feet anyway. Give me that. If I wore 3 or 4 pairs of socks, I'm sure it would fit just fine. Yeah, well, only one sock per foot, I'm afraid.
Since they won't be playing on the baseball team, Perhaps we can talk about one of my boys marrying the princess.
I'd rather marry a troll.
I know some married the
I'll leave you a number!
Be off, all of you. Who are you?
Your Majesty, I am an old woman with a dark secret that will shed light for the palace. How can a dark secret shed light? I beg your Majesty's pardon, but it is common knowledge that dark secrets belonging to old ladies cannot be revealed until the final scene of the play. We still have. How many more scenes do we still have? One more scene! One more scene.
Well done. Let's get on with it.
Hello, who are you? And why are you walking in the forest? I'm Cinderella, and I've run away from my cruel stepmother. I'm trying to get to the royal palace to beg protection of the king. There wasn't a bus for hours, so I thought I'd walk. That's a funny coincidence. I'm walking to the palace too. Do I know you from somewhere? You look awfully familiar. When I look at you, it's like looking into a mirror. Exactly! Except, of course, your hair is shorter. And you're not wearing a dress. And your eyes are a different color. But other than that, well, your feet are a bit smaller than mine. Goodness, I've never seen such big feet in all my life! Yeah, I get that a lot. Shall we walk together? Why not?
I guess there's no point in keeping these.
They'll only remind us of our misery.
I thought all fairy tales were supposed to end with, and they lived happily ever after.
I guess even in some fairy tales there are exceptions to the rules. Shall we?
Time for dinner.
Coming!
I tell you, my foot is killing me. I've pretty much walked across the entire kingdom in one shoe. Yeah, well, try walking all the way across the kingdom in one shoe made of glass. You mean one like that? My mystic slipper! Now the pain can be the same in both my feet. Now that's a good shoe. Where? That clean over there. I'd like to see them put the bits in that thing. See it? You've been walking next to it this whole time. That's my missing cleat. Come on, let's get to the palace. Maybe you're feeling better already.
I'm sorry, Mother. I just can't eat a fourth helping of dessert. I'm really depressed.
Majesty, there are 2 beggars at the gate begging for the king's protection.
Send them in. Begging your Majesty's pardon, sir, but we're both orphans. Yes, exactly. We're both orphans seeking safe lodging.
Do you see what I see? Your Majesty, the shoes.
I know, they keep coming on top. Your shoes, Roger. Those shoes.
Your feet completely fill the glass slipper.
And your foot completely fills the muddy cleat.
Well, that should hardly come as a surprise. After all, these are our shoes.
My angel.
My hero.
My shoelaces.
Hold it, everybody. Stop the show.
Why? What is it?
As you can see, there are a lot of kids in the audience, so maybe we should just skip on the joyful reunion and get on with the wedding.
Why? Why? What's wrong with the joyful reunion?
You know, the kissing.
Well, maybe it is best just to skip to the wedding. You will marry me, won't you?
And you'll marry me?
Of course we will!
Well, then let's get on with the wedding and celebration.
Celebration, celebration.
Many years ago, I was a nursemaid for a beautiful young woman and her handsome husband. They bore twin babies, one boy and one girl. Before the babies could walk, the parents were carried off by wild beasts. And I was forced to give them up to the care of cruel and evil step-parents.
Does the story have a point? We're trying to have a wedding here.
That was many years ago, but I could still recognize those twins. She had the tiniest feet I'd ever seen, and he had the largest.
You mean...
That's right. Bob and Cinderella are those long-lost twins.
Sister!
Brother!
That means my sister is now my sister-in-law.
My brother is now my brother-in-law.
Who would have believed it? Now that ties up all the loose ends very